Hey students, we are still on probability. Let's consider this question. If a die is rolled, what is the probability of getting A 3, B an even number, C an odd number? So I believe we all know a die. The object we use in playing Ludo, that is a die. And you realize that that object has 6 faces. Anytime you are playing a Ludo, you realize that anytime you play it, you realize that the number that comes to the face is what you are going to use. And we have different numbers on the face of the Ludo. So the numbers are from number 1 to number 6. You see that a Ludo, it looks like this. So on each of the faces, you having these dots represents numbers. So this one, these 2 dots represent 2, 3 dots represent 3, till you realize that you are having 6 dots on each side. So it has 6 faces, and each face has a number attached to it. So that means the sample space you can get on a die is what? Between number 1 to 6. That you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know, when you are playing Ludo, for you to be able to play you must be able to die 6. So you realize that the numbers on each of the faces are these. So the question now say, a part of the question said, what is the probability of getting a 3? So assuming you play now, what is the probability that 3 will turn up? So out of these numbers you can get on the die, so how many 3 can you see here? You can see only 1. So your probability will be 1 over the number of faces on the die, the number of numbers you can get. So the outcomes here, they are up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 6. So the probability of obtaining a 3 is 1 over 6. If you want to look for the probability of obtaining 6 also, the probability of obtaining 6 will also be, how many 6 are here? 1 over the total number of outcomes, 6. So now let's look at it again. So the B part says, what is the probability of getting an even number? What are even numbers? Even numbers are numbers that can be divided by 2. Now you realize that this 2 is an even number, 4 is also another even number, 6 is an even number. So how many even number do you have here? 1, 2, 3. So the probability of getting an even number will be what? 3 over the total number of outcomes you have. So how many outcomes do you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 should be what? 3 over 6. When you do this to the lowest term, you are going to get 1 over 2. Now see the probability of getting an odd number. So first of all, what are odd number? Odd number are number that cannot be divided exactly by 2. So the odd numbers on here are what? We have 1, we have 3, and we have 5. So how many odd numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3. So that means the odd numbers are what? We having 3 over the total number of outcomes, 3 over 6. This to the lowest term will give us 1 over 2. Now let's look at another example. In 2 tosses of a fair die, what is the probability that number 4 turns up at least once? In 2 tosses of a fair die, What is the probability that number 4 turns up at least once? Anytime you play Ludo, for you, let me get like now, for you to play, when you are playing Ludo game, so for you to be able to start to play, at least you must, whenever you die, you must be able to die 6. So at least you can have 6 on one of it. So when you are playing 2 of the dice, now when you play it, at least one of it should be 6 before you can have one of your player then now trying to play. So now, instead of having 6, if you now made the rule that you want 4 to turn up, they say in 2 tosses of a fair die, what is the probability that number 4 turns up at least once? So the number 4 can turn up once or it can be twice. Since the question says at least, that means it can be once, it can be twice. So now, for you to be able to get that, now let's look at the outcomes you can get from tossing 2 dice. Now, assuming this is the first outcome of the first die and this happens to be the outcome of the second die. So if you combine it, it's either when you play you get 1-1 or you play 1-2. That means number 1 will come up on the first die, number 2 will come up on the second die. You can get 1-3. That means number 1 will come up on the fourth die, number 3 will come up on the second die. You can get 1-4. That means 1 will come up on the first die, 4 will come up on the second die. Like that, you can get 1-5, 1-6, or 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 2-5, 2-6, or 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 3-5, 3-6, or 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5, 4-6, or 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, 5-6, or 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5, 6-6. So now the question now says, what is the probability that number 4 will turn up at least once? So if you look at it, here we are having 4 turning up in this column, and also on this row we are having 4 turning up at least once. So how many times do you have it? So you can have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So number 4 will turn up at least 11 times. So that means you now have a probability of making 4 turning up whenever you cast the die is about 11 over the total number of outcomes we have here is 36. 11 over 36. Now let's look at another question. The question says that in 2 tosses of a fair die, what is the probability that the sum of the numbers is 8? Now look at it. When you are playing, you can decide to add up these numbers. So you're having 2 dice. Now you can decide to be adding up this number 1. That means 1 plus 1 will give us 2. 1 plus 2 will give us 3. So what is the probability that the sum of the numbers is 8? So we can draw another table to get the outcome there. So this is the result of the first die. This is the result of the second die. So if you are now adding the outcomes, you have 1 plus 1 will give us 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 4, 5. 1 plus 5, 6. 1 plus 6, 7. Then 2 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 2, 4. 2 plus 3, 5. 2 plus 4, 6. 2 plus 5, 7. 2 plus 6, 8. 3 plus 1, 4. 3 plus 2, 5. 3 plus 3, 6. 3 plus 4, 7. 3 plus 5, 8. 3 plus 6, 9. Then we have 4 plus 1, 5. 4 plus 2, 6. 4 plus 3, 7. 4 plus 4, 8. 4 plus 5, 9. 4 plus 6, 10. 5 plus 1, 6. 5 plus 2, 7. 5 plus 3, 8. 5 plus 4, 9. 5 plus 5, 10. 5 plus 6, 11. Then 6 plus 1, 7. 6 plus 2, 8. 6 plus 3, 9. 6 plus 4, 10. 6 plus 5, 11. 6 plus 6, 12. So the question now says that what is the probability that the sum of the numbers is 8? Now, when you added the sum, this is where you are having 8. So let's count the number of times we added 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will be 5 over the total number of outcomes, which is what? 36. So the probability of adding it and the sum is 8 is what? 5 over 36. Now let's look at this other example. The probability of failing an examination is 0.25. A. What is the probability of passing the examination? B. If 900 students sat for the examination, how many of them passed the examination? Now, first of all, we are told that the probability of failing the examination is 0.25. So if you do this one to fraction, 0.25 is the same thing as 25 over 100. So 25 over 100 to the lowest time give us 1 over 4. Now, the question now says that what is the probability of passing? You know, there are two things. It's either somebody pass or fail. So now, you've been given the probability of failing to be 1 over 4. So to be able to get the probability of passing, you are going to take the whole event to be what? One whole number. And you subtract the number of failing from one whole number. So it will be what? 1 minus 1 over 4. So because it's either somebody pass or fail, you have been given the probability of failing, which is 1 over 4. So the right thing is for you to do is to now take the whole probability to be 1, then you now subtract those probability of failing from one whole number. So that will be 1 minus 1 over 4. This is a fraction. If you take this also like a fraction, whole number is same to 1 over 1. So the LCM of the 1 is what? The LCM of this 1 is what? 1 and 4 is 4. So how many 1 are in 4? 4. 4 times this one will give us 4 minus how many 4 and 4? 1. 1 times 1 will give us 1. 4 minus 1 will give us 3 over 4. Then B, they now said that how many people passed. So if 900 students sat for the examination, how many of them passed the examination? Since we have been given the probability of those that pass, so now the probability of those that pass is 3 over 4. Now we know that 900 students sat for the examination. So to get those that pass will be what? 3 over 4 times the total number of students, 900. So which will now give us 675 students. For the work practice, you are having this. In 2 tosses of a fair die, what is the probability that the sum of the 2 numbers that showed up is 7? B, the sum of the 2 numbers that showed up is even number. C, the sum of the 2 numbers that showed up is greater than 9. Then number 2, a fair die is rolled 100 times. The result obtained are shown below. So these are the result of obtained when you you throw the die. So that means number one up, this number of times it showed up. Number one appeared 12 times, number two appeared 16 times, number three appeared 25 times, number four appeared 18 times, number five appeared 15 times, number six appeared 14 times. Then what is the probability of getting 1, probability of obtaining 2, probability of obtaining 3? Number 3, the probability of that an egg will break when kept in the store is 5 out of every 200. How many broken eggs do you expect from a crate? How many broken eggs do you expect from a crate containing 600 eggs? How many broken eggs do you expect from a crate containing 600 eggs? Number 4, a crate containing 12 bottles of fruit juice is made up of 10 bottles of orange, 8 bottles of apples, and 6 bottles of lemon. If one bottle is picked at random, what is the probability of getting A apple, B orange, C lemon? Then number 5, when 2 dice is thrown, what is the probability of the total score being a prime number? Number 6, 2 fair dice are tossed. Find the probability that the sum of the outcome is at least 10, the sum of the outcome is less than or equal to 11. 3, one number is odd and the other number is prime. Please ensure you like, subscribe and comment on this video. Thank you.